our potential remains untapped unless we are consistently pushing it. So unless you keep pushing on something consistently, you will never see it break through. Hello and welcome to On Your Lane. This is the best place for ambitious people who are taking charge of their lives, making that income, making that impact, living fulfilling lives. And welcome to today's episode. Today we're going to talk about consistency. Sticking with things long enough to see results. Yeah, sticking with things long enough to see results. This is a topic that is close to my heart. It's close to my heart because as a free-spirited, creative person, I just didn't think I needed consistency. I just didn't think it was necessary for me. I wanted freedom. I thrive on freedom and the promises that come with it. But it didn't take long for me to realize that everything I wanted to achieve, starting from my weight loss goals, my fitness goals, to my business goals, to my lifestyle goals, to my family goals, to pretty much every goal, spiritual goals even, everything that I wanted to achieve demanded me to do it over and over and over and over before I started seeing results. And that wasn't really pleasant at first because I just thought, okay, maybe I just need to do something else. And I never run out of ideas. So I'll do this thing, do that thing, do this thing. And then something happened. When we're doing these psychometric tests, you know, where they tell you about your personality and they tell you about things about you. I had gone through a number of those tests where I was employed before and I never took them seriously because I just thought these people don't know what they're talking about. And so one time I was doing a personal one with my friends and it was looking at me as a personality and what were my pitfalls and my positives, and the positives were really good. I loved the positives about me and I loved learning them about me. But when it came to the negative, it said, you have the look of success but might never achieve it. I was like, what? What? Who are you to say that about me? But when I took that on, I laughed it off with my friends. It sounded really mean and harsh that I have a look of success, but I never stick to ideas. I never stick past the excitement stage. And therefore, I would never really achieve any of the things that I want to achieve. And I started looking at me and I saw that I had really promising ideas, promising solutions. And I'd look at people I have helped. I could help people. And people would see results with the things I had taught them. But I would never stick to things long enough to see results. Because I was always looking for the excitement that newness brings. So I'd have new ideas, a new business idea, a new venture, a new resolution. I'd always have those new ones. And they'd be exciting for a couple months and then I would fall off them. But that was a reality check. It was a reality check. It made me a little bit sad. I talked to a few friends about it. We laughed it off. But it really did stick with me. It really did stick with me because I started looking at my results. I started looking at the things I want and the things I have been wanting for a long time. And the issue that was there was I quit. And it didn't look like quitting because I would stop something to start something else. So it didn't feel like I quit, I gave up. It just felt like I had graduated to something better. But it was never really, really better. So I want to talk to you about consistency because it has done wonders for me. I say anybody can be disciplined, anybody can be consistent because I look at how I was. I was overweight. I was really overweight, genetic issues. Because genetically in my family, we drift on the overweight side of life. And so we embraced it as a normal for us. But I was not happy with myself, especially after I had my firstborn son. I gained a lot of weight and I wanted to change it. I would run once in a while and I'm that kind of achiever person. So I would do my best runs. I would run for long and I would break down after that and never do it again. So I would start eating healthy. I would go on this cabbage diet where you eat cabbage soup every day. And then I would be like determined that I would get hungry and I would give up. So starting from my fitness journey, I started just feeling like enough was enough because one time I was in a group of friends. We took a picture. It was a group of not just friends, but it was a community meeting. It was a women's meeting and I was sitting among the women there. And so when the picture came out, I was looking at somebody and I was like, when did I get this dress? It was a smaller person and that's how I perceived myself. So I saw this picture of a group of women and I identified someone who I perceived to be me and I was surprised. When did I get this dress? And then I looked. That wasn't me. I was somewhere else in the corner, but I looked so different from my perception of me that I was shocked. I was totally shook. I was like, oh my goodness, that is not me. I showed it to my husband and he was surprised as well, because I think when you see somebody every day, you never really realize the transformation that has happened. But when I saw myself in that picture, I realized it was time for me to make a change. So I started making step-by-step changes. And I decided to focus not only on the result, I just focused on the transformation process itself. Like, I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to eat well the best I can every day. I just started doing those things and I loaded myself with motivation. I went on Instagram and started seeing motivating stories of people who were maybe twice as big as me but had achieved their result. And I would see that, oh my goodness, everybody never stopped. There are people who had been doing it for 6 months, 3 years. And I was like, oh gosh, I want to do this for a month and never do it again. And everybody kept saying, if you stop, you will gain the weight back. So this has to be a lifestyle. And so that was when the cookie crumbled for me. It got real for me. I was like, okay, I need to really take charge here. I need to enjoy how I look. I need to delight in my body, in my health. I want to be present for my son. And that journey was just me losing weight, but it was really a mindset shift, because I moved from this person who was addicted to the highs and the excitement to a person who took that high, put it down and put it away, and decided to take brick by brick steps. So I remember running, and I think it was half a kilometer, and fainting. I didn't really faint, but I almost fainted. So I sat down on the road and just sat down there, and this guy came and asked me, are you okay, ma'am? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I couldn't even say anything, but I had overdone it. So that was also a reality check for me to say, brick by brick, you can't cheat the process. You have to take a step, and by a step by a step. So the next day I started walking instead of running, and over time I started running halfway, and so on and so forth. And I lost about 20 kilos, which is about 40 or 50 pounds. I'm not sure in pounds, but it was 40 kilos, 20 kilos that I lost. And it was tremendous for me and my family, because nobody in my family had done that before. And so it was an eye-opening experience, not only for me, but for everyone in my family. My sister lost a lot of weight as well after I did, because she was like, I didn't know we could change. I thought this was like we were banished to being overweight. There was a lot of change that came through that process, but also a lot of power. I started using my gift more, helping people with tips and what I had done to lose all that weight, but also having that impact in my family. But I think something that happened that was super was just a mindset shift. I started seeing that if I stick with something long enough, I will see results. And if I stick to something long enough, I will start enjoying it. So I started enjoying vegetables. There were some vegetables I never thought I would even like. I didn't know I loved carrots, and I didn't know I could roast carrots and enjoy them. So I started seeing things and learning things about me and my capability, and understanding the power that I have, that past my feelings, past the excitement. There was really somebody who wanted to win at life, who wanted to achieve their goals. And that showed me a different part of me. So this essentially applies to every success that you desire in every aspect of your life. Success is that beautiful, shiny thing. People clap for a moment. It's a whole event. Yeah, you made it. But behind every success is that routine. It is boring. It is routine. You do it every day. You wake up at 5 a.m. You go for your run, or you read that book. You write your chapter. You pray. Whatever it is, you're doing it every day. You're doing it every day. You're doing it every day. And I love this notion that I read in the book, Atomic Habits. It says there is a valley of disappointment. So there's a graph. Okay, when you start something, it goes down, and you get to a place where it's called a valley of disappointment, because you're putting effort, you've been putting effort for a while, but you're not seeing results yet. But amazingly, just a little bit after the valley of disappointment, there is this rise of results. The results start stepping in. The results start showing. But you have to go through the valley of disappointment. That is when you are working hard and you're meeting people who are telling you, you are running so much, but you're not losing any weight. Or you're working so hard on this business, I'm not seeing any results. You're working hard on your marriage, I'm not seeing anything good come out of it. You are keeping on. So when you keep on and you mess around in that valley of disappointment, there is a mess, it's not working, but you still push past your feelings, you will see results coming up. So for me, I worked out consistently for 3 months with nothing. Like nothing. I lost like a 2 kgs in 3 months. Nothing was happening, but something was really happening, because after those 3 months, the weight started dropping like really fast. I was even surprised. I could wear something this week, next week it couldn't fit, was loose. But I had gone through 3 months of no results. So we are all different. Our willpower is different, but we can train ourselves. We have that capability because we have the potential. Our potential remains untapped unless we are consistently pushing it. So unless you keep pushing on something consistently, you will never see it break through. Okay, so they say water can break through a rock. Why? Because water can be consistent hitting that same spot. I can give you an example. Let's say you are trying to break a big rock. So you carry your hammer. Today you hit on the north side of the rock. The other side you hit on the west side of the rock. The other day, like you're hitting it randomly. It will take too long for you to break that rock. It's different with you just finding that one spot and hitting it consistently. You will break through. And when you break through, you uncover a certain level of power and self-respect for you. Really, that is willpower, where you have self-respect. You believe in you. You're like, I can do things. I can step up and achieve things. And that is an attitude, a mindset you can carry through into your relationships. You can carry through into your business, in any aspect of your life, even in your faith. You can carry that through and it will be transformational, giving you results. So I would ask you a question. What stops you from being consistent? Tell me the excuses. I'm a fitness coach too. So when I'm talking to people, they tell me, food is my weakness. I am just lazy. I am busy. I am whatever. So many things that we say. But I want to tell you that whatever you're going to mention as a challenge for why you're not consistent is an excuse. Excuses are lies we tell ourselves and we believe them. So just think about it, like the worst kind of lie. A lie you're telling to yourself and you're believing it. Because if something is worth it for you, if you really want to build that business, if you really want to make that money, if you really want to lose that weight, if you really want to know God and live a fulfilling life, if you really want to see results in your life, then you have to pay the price. You have to sacrifice. And that means your feelings have to come back. Bring your feelings back. Don't let them detect what you do. And I did that a lot with my earlier example, with my life before I started understanding my power. My feelings would just command everything. One morning I wake up, I don't want to go to work. So I'll tell them I am sick. I'm not coming to work today. Next morning I wake up, I feel like I want to work today. I'm there, I'm showing up. That's unreliable. God can't entrust you with anything amazing with that kind of lifestyle. You won't see results in your body, in your mind, in any aspect. And you lose the respect of people you're working with. Okay? So your feelings are liars. Really, don't trust your feelings. Because one moment you're eating all of this big cake and you're like, this is amazing. And your feelings are like, yes, let's do this. This is awesome. And then give it a few minutes, give it a few hours after. The same feelings will be like, what kind of person are you? You have no self-control. You feel terrible. You want to vomit. Oh my goodness. You never lose weight. You see? Feelings are unreliable. You have to command your feelings. And you can't just start commanding. And that's where consistency comes in. Brick by brick. Today you wake up and you tell yourself, I'm going to do this. You will not want to, but you say, I just have to do it. I do that as a trick in my workouts, that just tell yourself you're going to wake up for 10 minutes. You go there, you are showing up, 10 minutes is over, you find that you have found the willpower to keep going. You're training yourself to trust yourself. You're training your willpower, you're training your confidence, you're training your self-respect. And that's a value you bring in every other thing that you will do. So think about it. What excuse are you believing? What lie are you believing about yourself? What do you tell yourself that is stopping you from succeeding? You don't have enough capital for your business. You don't have enough networks. You don't have enough education. You don't have enough... What is it? Everything that is blocking your consistency, everything that is stopping you from pursuing the things that you want consistently with power is an excuse, and you need to dethrone it. And you dethrone it by action. That's the only way. Action every day. Step up. Get it done. That's how you dethrone these excuses. Another cool thing that has worked for me is getting accountability. I love to share on social media. So just having it set up where I am being accountable to people who are following my journey helps. But also having personal accountability partners, friends who can keep you accountable, who you can be honest with your journey, who can call your bluff that you are lying, you're not being honest. This is an excuse. You need people like that in your life, and make it formal. Talk to each other and say, can we do these accountability check-ins every month, maybe every quarter? Because I need it, because you need it, because we need it. It's important because they'll help us be on check. It also helps us feel a little bit of guilt When you have to meet somebody and you have to give excuses all the time, you start hearing yourself and you get tired with your lies. So you sometimes just step up because you want to keep face. But that's good. You keep face for that friendship, but it's good. It's building your self-control. It's building your willpower and therefore affecting your consistency in a positive way. When I say stick with things long enough, I'm not saying be blindly pushing something. It's important when you're sticking with something and you're being consistent with your workout, with your business, with your prayer life, for you to stop and do reviews, research some more so that you can improve your process. You don't want to just say, I just run 10Ks every day till I lose weight. No, check, is it bringing results? If not, what do I need to improve on? So always be in that research mode, always be improving, always be changing, but never stop being persistent, because you don't want to have the look of success but never really having the success. And I think one thing that also helped me, I'm going to leave you with this, was the fear of guilt. I'm going to leave you with this. One thing that really helped me as well in stepping up my game in my business, in my life, and stepping up to the success that I desired was just the fear of regret. I would sit with people who were older than me. They'll sit with me and say, we used to be like you. We also had dreams. We also had ambitions. But look at us now. We're just giving you time. In a matter of time, you'll be like us as well. And I looked at it and thought, that would just be terrible. For me to know that I wanted to build a business and to sit with somebody when I'm 50 and say, I used to be like you wanting to do a business, but it never works. It just sounded sad, really sad. I didn't want that for myself. So that fear of regret really got to me. If you are believing your excuses and embracing them and just living in your excuses, you're making a debt with regret. Regret is gonna come. So it's always a question of regret or excuses. Excuses feel good today, but in 10 years, when you have nothing to show for what you desired, then regret will hug you. And regret, I'm sure, will test worse than the goodness that you feel from the excuses. Okay, so step up. Nobody regretted ever working hard. Nobody regretted ever giving their all. Like, I regret giving it my all. No, you give your all. If it doesn't work, you learn from it. You keep giving it your all. When you regret because you didn't do any work, there is nothing you can do about it. You didn't do it. You didn't show up. So you will regret, and that's just a sulky thing. All right? So I'm encouraging you, friends, to find out what is stopping you from consistency and break those barriers, because you have the power within you to do it. Set small goals that you meet every day. Set small goals and have accountability partners and start moving on it. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you're stepping up and making these steps brick by brick that matter to you, that bring the results that you desire. And I hope you stick around and keep learning and growing with me. I have a new video every Tuesday. But if you're also this ambitious person who is keen on making something significant out of their life, you are ready to up-level, you are ready to know God more, to know your purpose, and use all that to create impact and wealth, then I'm your girl. DM me, there are details in the description box. Email me, get in touch on Instagram or Facebook. I have a program called Circle of Greatness. It's a coaching program that will support you on your journey to greatness. We will develop a plan, a customized plan for you and for your greatness and for the impact that you want to make. Join the Circle of Greatness. It will be an amazing experience, and I can't wait to connect with you. Otherwise, I'll see you next Tuesday. Like, subscribe, share, and invite family so that we can grow and glow together. See you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.